Hi everybody, I'm Jake O'Donnell. I'm standing here on Grand Valley State University's campus and I'm going to be sharing my results and research that I have conducted through my survey with my fellow students. My major finding has been that 75% of a minority group on campus feels as though they can't speak out or speak up because of their beliefs. What are your thoughts to that? Is that an issue? Is that something Grand Valley should probably address?
I do think it's an issue. It doesn't surprise me just because Allendale is a big, white farmer community basis.
Yeah, I just feel like everyone should be able to speak your beliefs. I mean, it's a campus, we don't really care. If you got something to say it.
I agree with that, and I always think that there's something going on campus where they can get their voice heard and everything, so I think there's room for everybody.
Well, I think it depends on what you consider the minority and what their beliefs would be. I feel like it's a general consensus in the United States, especially in Western Michigan, that freedom of speech prevents any retaliation to the opinions that you might have, when that's not really what free speech is in the Constitution. Freedom of speech is actually just concerned with political speech.
There should be more opportunities for minorities to be able to speak up, and they should feel as they should be able to. But that also doesn't just come from the university, it comes from them as well speaking out.
I never told you what the minority group was. The minority group I'm actually talking about is conservative students on campus. So, 75% of conservative students on campus they felt as though they cannot express their beliefs because of their politics. In contrast, only 8.1% of liberal students felt the same way. What is your reaction to that?
I mean, it is like a liberal arts school, but I don't know how to respond to that.
The fact that it is a liberal arts school, there's a lot of people that are very open-minded, and then there's a lot of people that are closed-minded, and the open-minded people, there's certain classes that you can take in the liberal arts section. I'm a health science major, but I've taken liberal arts classes, and just those classes, you have to be so much more open-minded and accepting, but still be able to speak what you want to say. Does that make sense?
That particular minority group is conservative students on campus. What are your thoughts to that?
That is not what I expected. That's very interesting. I was thinking it would be more of, I don't know, it's interesting. Yeah, because I guess it is a very liberal college, but I never really would have thought it to be just a conservative. Yeah,
right.
I thought it would be more like the liberals. Yeah, it's interesting.
I honestly, as a conservative myself, believe that there is a political bias on campus. I feel like I can never say my beliefs without somebody thinking that I'm a bigot. I feel like I really can't say my views.
I think that's a very large issue. I think that even in my classes that there's still a group that always sits down and doesn't want to be heard because there's always somebody that's going to speak louder than them. There's always someone that's going to fight them back, and I feel like everyone deserves for their voice to be heard.
I definitely feel like everyone should feel comfortable here and feel welcome, and I think that conversations around open dialogue should be taken into consideration. I know if we're focusing solely on politics, there are a lot of issues that go beyond just legislation and affect people, and so kind of understanding where both sides of that come from. I believe it's important to understand your opposing argument, because how can you really truly develop your own? So I think we should take more consideration into it, and definitely just watching that if we are limiting why people are talking about something, it's for a valid reason.
If there are a group of students that feel that they're being not fairly represented, or that they don't feel that they have a chance to be safely express their views, then I guess I would say that most certainly is something for concern.
Conservatives have historically been very vocal about their things and have no shame in saying it, because most of what they're professing isn't necessarily incorrect. It's also an opinion, and they should be entitled to say it. And as a liberal myself, I feel like if you're conservative, you should be able to say whatever you want to say.